Welcome back. In this tutorial, we are going to cover the front and back of the ramp car project. So we've got our bottom here, and that's covered in a previous video, so if you want to go ahead and watch that, you can. And so now that this is done, I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I'm going to start a new assembly. And I'm going to place as my base component the bottom. Here we go, ramp car, bottom. And we're going to go ahead and put that in here, change our visual style to shaded with edges. And now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and make up my my front and my back. In reality, it's kind of like front view, back view. You could call this the front because of the way the car goes, but we're just going to call this front and back. I'm sure I'm going to get them mixed up, but you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and start a new standard IPT. And we're going to sketch on the front. And we're going to do this one a little different. I'm going to project geometry, all three planes. And I'm not going to put, let's try that again. I'm not going to put a rectangle in here because I actually want this to be angled. And we could put a rectangle in, but for now, we're just going to go ahead and put in a line that is 6 inches long. And we're going to symmetrically constrain that between the two endpoints and the vertical projected geometry. Grab our dimension, pull it down, and then let's go ahead and draw in a line here. And let's go up. Let's go up 1. And then in the back, we'll go up 2. And then we'll close this in. This might be a little small. Now, we'll go ahead and run with it. So I've got everything's fully constrained. The angle of this is just the result of the height of this 2-inch line and this 1-inch line. Could I set an angle? Yes, but then I'm left with a weird dimension down here or over here, and I don't want that. I want my notches to be nice and even, and we're going to have to deal with up here at the top where our angled line starts anyways. But for now, let's go ahead and run with that. So I'm going to finish this, extrude it, 0.125, and hit OK. Change this to our wood. And I'm going to go ahead and save this as front. And I'm going to close this. And now I'm going to place another component, and I'm going to place the front. And now I can take a look at what I've got going on. So what kind of constraints can I put in here? Well, I can flush up this face with this face. So now if I look at this, I have interference here, which is okay. We can also flush up these two faces. Oh, that was a mate. So let's edit that mate and make it a flush, and now my part flips, so that's good. Now the only way that this front piece here should move is up and down. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. So what I notice is that here I start with a notch. Here then I need to start with the opposite. I need to start with a tab. So now what I can do is I can look at my front view, double click my part. Now notice I'm back in part mode. Okay, so I'm going to sketch in here. It's very important that you are in the part. If you put your cuts in the assembly, it will look correct, but when you go to do the AutoCAD and you have all of your IPTs laid out in your IDW and your inventor drawing, they will not be correct. So we've got to make sure that we're in the part, okay? And the reason that we're doing this is because it's going to make it easier to see what I've got going on my bottom, because I can just look at my bottom and see what I've got. And this is especially more true when we start working on the two sides, okay? So let's go ahead and look at front, and then we're going to throw a sketch on the front face, and then we're going to put just a rectangle, and this is going to be, can I set this to notch? I cannot. So I need to set that to notch equals 0.125, and then tab, and then I can set that to notch equals 0.125. try this again. Let's just do 1. Notch equals 0.125. Okay, now I should be able to set this to notch. There we go. Okay, so it didn't like it because it was inside the feature creation. So we can set that to be equal to notch. Now, don't get confused here, okay? This notch in the bottom is not the same. It's the same name, yes, but it's not the same parameter. It's not shared between the two parts. Now, in advanced engineering, we're going to get to be able to share multiple parameters across multiple parts through what we call a master parameter file. Don't worry about that for now. We're not that in depth, and we don't plan on changing anything, which is a big reason why you would do that. So if we finish sketch, we can go ahead and extrude then that as a cut through all and hit OK. And now here again, we're going to pattern, and I'm going to start to go through this a little more quickly now because you guys are hopefully well aware of what I'm doing. So my direction is going to be my X, and my spacing is going to be notch times 2, and I believe we said we went with 22 on there. Nope, 24. So this case, we started over an eighth, and now this is why it's good that I can see this. I can see here that I do end indeed with a solid on the end, which means I need to end with a cut over here. So if we hit OK and return, now my part is changed, and if I drag this down, I can see that I have no interferences and I am good to go. So I can flip this over, flush up the bottom of my front with the bottom of my bottom. Say that 10 times fast. And there we go. Now, since I know that my front and my back, or my two sides, however you want to look at it, can be the same, we can now pattern this in the assembly. My column is going to be my Z. And I want to flip that, and I want to make that 3 minus, we'll get fancy here, we'll go minus notch, and it's going to work. So let's go 2.875. So what we had to do there was account for our material thickness. Okay, so now I've got a pattern. If I open my pattern, element 1, element 2, I see that I've got 2 fronts. So what did I do? I saved the number of parts that I'm going to need, okay, which is pretty nice. So now that I've got this done, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and you guys can get to this point with your car if you'd like, or you can keep watching. And then I'm going to start on the side of the right and the left side here, and then we'll get to the top in future videos. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.